Hi guys, I'm Kiran Cox and I'm a street photographer based in London. Obviously, as most of us are in lockdown at the moment, it's kind of hard to get out and do some street photography. So through this video, we're going to show you some things you can do from the safety of your own home. Today we're going to be shooting with the Nikon Z7. And the reason I like shooting with this camera mainly is because of the tilt screen. That helps me a lot in street photography with being a bit more discreet. And it'll also help with shooting flat lay photography as you can increase your viewing angles without having to stand in an awkward position. Okay, cool. Let's go and set up the first scene. I've just finished the first setup, as you can see in the background. The first thing I looked at was the lighting. I wanted the light coming in from just above the product to give it a nice even balance across the frame. After that, we got our hero product, which was the Z6, and placed that in the center of the frame. After that, I placed all the rest of the accessories around and then bit by bit moved them into position, filling all the negative spaces and keeping all the lines straight and parallel. So with the Z7 today, we've been using Snap Bridge to help line up the shot. This saves me constantly getting up and down and looking back at the screen. I can line everything up a lot easier, focus it and take the shot right from the phone. Coming from a street photography background, you always want to try and tell a story either with a single picture or a few frames. With this one, revealing some of those details like the glass on the lens and the sensor inside the camera just helps provide more details and a more depth to the photo. Now I've completed this setup, I'm going to move downstairs into the underground car park to do the next setup. As a street photographer, I'm always looking to tell a story. I like to do that through use of color, different textures, and different lighting setups. I've just finished the last setup. As you can see, I've changed locations. I'm in a slightly more gritty environment, which kind of ties in with my street photography background. Here I've tried to use a part of the floor that has a few different tones and textures to it, just to bring a bit more personality into the photo. I also experimented with bringing in some color of the Nikon Strat, and also a few of the personal effects that I tend to carry day to day and when I'm out on a photo shoot. This is just a great way to help add a bit more personality to your photos, make it a little bit more unique and stand out from the rest. As you can see, the light down here isn't the best, but thankfully having the Z7 with its brilliant ISO performance, I can bump it up as high as I need without having to worry about getting any grain or losing any sharpness in the photos. One thing to remember when you're doing flat lay photography, just continue to look around, look for different textures, different styles of lighting. Sometimes you might want to introduce harsh shadows to the photo, sometimes you might want soft. So just really keep hunting for those perfect textures and those perfect backgrounds for your flat lay photography. When you're dealing with high contrast lighting, it's always good to remember that they're going to cast quite harsh shadows across your frame. So you can always move your product to be directly under the light or slightly off to control the shadows that way. One additional tip for flat lay photography, especially working outside, I've been using just a small soft bristle brush just to clear up the scene, the background and the product. This helps with post-production once you're editing your final image. Being stuck inside during this lockdown has been a real help to me, being able to use the space around me to do a different sort of photography to my street work. So I urge you guys to work with the space that's available to you, hunt for those textures, find that perfect lighting, and get creative with your photography. All right, thanks so much guys for watching. I hope you can take away some good tips. Just remember the key fundamentals of flat lay photography are your composition, lighting, and balance of tone and colors. I can't wait to see what you guys come up with. Just remember, share all of your images using the hashtag #CreateYourLight so we can view everything that you guys put up.